Hey guys, Jeff coming at you here in Michigan. We're pretty good into the beginning part of June now, and I do a quick video about prepping. I guess I'd done something about earlier video on what prepping means to me, and still for me, I don't really prep for anything major. Maybe I should be, maybe I shouldn't be. I don't really have the means to do that right now, but it got me thinking to, I think I'm pretty good if we lose power or lose, anything for 3, 4, 5 days. I think we're okay. But I happen to think about, what if we did have something major happening? So I thought I was pretty unprepared, and I still probably am. But I start thinking about what I have around my house that I could use or kind of plan on using if we were to have anything major happening. And so I guess I've seen other people prepping with gardens and that, so I do normally have a garden I plant every year. It's on the other side of that fence. I've got 3 raised pods. This year I ended up putting in 2 other pods. I've got this area alongside my house here on the north side, and it was just scrapped. So I kind of put a little bit of landscaping out here and put a couple bigger garden pods in. A lot of green peppers, a lot of tomatoes here, a lot of potatoes. We have a lot of potatoes here, but things that we can. I've got some strawberries up there. Walk around over here. We got a lot of strawberries here, some potatoes coming up, garlic along the back side here, and a ton of green peppers. These are all green peppers in here, and I figure we can do a lot of canning as far as tomato juice, salsa, some things like that that you can kind of use on anything, I guess. A lot of potatoes over here in this area. So we've got a lot of things we can use for canning and eating here. Walk around here, and I thought about my pool. I guess some people would say, what, you're in an emergency, you're going to swim? Not really, but we don't run any chlorine in our pool. And the thing I think about is, how many toilet flushes, how many showers do I have in this? I've got about 8,000 to 10,000 gallons of water sitting right here in this pool that I can use in an emergency situation. So I think a lot about that. Again, I talk about radio. Here's one of my antennas I've got for HF radio. One up there for 2 meters. My Davis Vantage View weather station. Got another antenna over there. So we talk a lot about radio as far as using that for emergency situations. And all my radios again are run off of 12 volts, so I can run out my radios. And I know it's kind of thinking stupid, but this is the way your mind works when you're thinking about things you can do. It'd be cool to have some perch or some bluegill in this pond that we could use for eating if we ever needed to. I don't think a goldfish or a koi would taste very good, but it's just what your mind works different ways when you're thinking about a long-term, trying to survive, I guess. So always got wood. I got more firewood coming, so if you ever need to burn some wood, use that for cooking food or whatever. And again, this is just about things that you have around your house already that you could use in an emergency situation. I've got this valve box right here, and if I pull this off here, I've got a well that I put in for irrigation probably about 6 or 7 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. Yeah, you see I got Mama Bird up above me making all kinds of chirping noise. Anyhow, straight down, goes about 20 feet down into water, and then another 10 feet down past the water. I got a 5-foot point, so I always try to be twice as deep as your water is, twice as deep as your point is. So if I got a 5-foot point, I want to be about 10 feet down past water. So, and that runs underneath the ground into my garage there, and I'll show you what that's hooked to in there. There's a poor Mama Bird's nest up there. We'll leave her alone. did a quick flash actually of my solar panel up there, and I certainly didn't do my homework when I got that. I got that, oh geez, probably 5 or 6 years ago, and it's only like 1 amp, 15 watt panel, so there's just no voltage in there for charging anything major. Could I do it for charging some AA batteries out of a charger? Sure. I mean, you know, it might be good for that, but as far as really doing a lot of work, not really. I did get these. I know they've got them in a couple other videos here, but underneath here we've got some 12 volters hooked and ready to go if need be, and there's my 6 volt batteries there, and those are hooked into my inverter. So if I ever needed to, I could use those for running some different things. I'd like to use those more for lighting than anything else. To do the heavier work, I'd use my generator over here, 3500 watt. And again, that's not going to run my whole house, but it certainly run things that I may need to. If I need to hook my refrigerator, put my refrigerator on for a little while and then unplug it and use something else for a while, we can certainly do that. Excuse my mess. I don't have a nice pristine garage like some of these other prepping videos I've seen. There's my irrigation pump. So if I would ever need to, I could actually run my generator and use this pump down here to get fresh water. We have city water here, but you know, I really don't ever see anything happening to that. But if we do, I certainly have a way to get around that and use that irrigation pump to get water out of the ground. And I'm certainly not a huge bug out guy. I would try to do whatever I could do to stay here. But again, in that one huge situation, what could I do? That right there, I would think would be the ultimate bug out vehicle. I got a Chevy 2500 HD heavy duty. My wife's actually got that at work right now. But in a matter of half an hour, 45 minutes, I could load radio gear, whatever I'd generate or whatever I'd need, and we could get out of Dodge. We've got actually, there's a huge fire going on right now up in Duck Lake in the Upper Peninsula, and it's really devastated a lot of, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of acres that's devastated up there, but a lot of people have had to get whatever they had and load it up and get out of there. And they've lost a lot of homes and a lot of acreage up there, so that's always a possibility. You know, and it's nice to have somewhat of a plan, you know, if something like that were to happen. But I guess that's just what I've done. You can see the videos on my radios and things that I do for communications if we'd ever need to in an emergency situation. But kind of got me to think of walk around my house and what, you know, kind of take a look at what I have and what I could use if anything were ever happen major scale. So hope that's informative to anybody. Might not be. We'll see you guys.